Urban Banks Productions, baby.
Yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, hey, that's your ass, boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, hey, that's your ass, boy, you done. Move the sticks, first down, you better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it. Fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip a coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the boss, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run,
Okay.
and that's your ass, boy, you done.
Yeah, you know what it is, baby. How many times I gotta say it? Yeah. It's the underground. Yeah, underground sports show, baby. Welcome to the live show, the live sports talk show. Yeah, we call it the underground, baby. We live. Calling to the show 412-407-2744. Yeah, talk your sports, talk your shit. Let me know your opinion, baby. You know what it is. It's the underground, baby. Yup. Well, welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, because we go live on a late night, because that's what we do here on the underground, baby. It's your host, Filthy Rich, and we in the house, baby, here on the underground. So, we live tonight, talking sports. We got the NBA playoffs going on right now. Last time I checked, the Clippers was up by about 8. See if it's the same thing. The Clippers was up by 8. And yeah, we got a lot to go over here today, man. Got a lot to go over. Some news that I know all of y'all heard already, man. Call into the show. Speak your opinion. I got some news that I know all y'all heard already. We're going to get into some draft stuff. Get into some NBA. And yeah, man, that's about it. That's about it. So tune in, man. Come on into the show. Because this is how we do on the late night, man. All right, let me check this score real quick. The score to for the Nuggets game. Ooh. Make this sure this is accurate. 91-90. That's what I got. Yup. Fourth quarter. 6 minutes and a half left. I was getting ready for the show, so I tuned out for a second. But yeah. It's the underground, man. Hey, Clippers trying to get one. They need one on the Nuggets, right? But the big story of the day, man. Let's get right into it. Shannon Sharpe, man. Shannon Sharpe ain't got no good news going on, man. Last night I usually watch Nightcap every now and then. I don't really watch the whole thing. I watch it come on. I see the first thing they'll talk about. You know, I do enjoy Nightcap as a show, though. It's a good show. There's a reason it's the #1 show. Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson got a lot of chemistry on the show. Sometimes it's awkward chemistry to me, but hey, chemistry is chemistry, right? But man, Shannon Sharpe, which I know y'all all know, man, caught a lawsuit. Probably caught it yesterday because I tried to tune into Nightcap just to see what they was talking about, because I wasn't going to compete with them. So I was like, I'll go on tomorrow night, you know what I mean? I knew it was a big weekend, Easter night. Figured they'd be on, and it was no Nightcap. So I'm like, damn, what's going on with Nightcap tonight? Okay, they love Sundays. They usually do Sunday nights. They workaholics. They be working every night, man. They come on. You know what I'm saying? #1 syndicated sports podcast. They winning all types of awards. Wondered why they wasn't on last night. But they must have caught wind of the news. Maybe they caught wind of the news. Now, I didn't check the night if they on the night or nothing like that. I'm blind to it. I ain't gonna lie. Call into the show. Let me know if I missed something. Did they come on tonight? And maybe Shannon made his apology or something like that already. But Shannon Sharp's in the jam. And it never looks good. And I ain't saying Shannon Sharp did nothing, man. I'm a grown-ass man. I know how accusations get put on you. From women to the law to Karens out there making up shit on you, said you did this, said you did that. I know how it go. Shannon Sharp, lawsuit against Shannon Sharp accusing him of sexual assault on multiple occasions and seeking $50 million in damages. That's a lot of cheese. I know Shannon's getting money right now, but that's $50 million? Now somebody let me know in the chat or something like that. Do these females be getting this bread when they witness these things, or do they settle for maybe less? I know they be settling. Sometimes they settle out of court on stuff like this. But you do that, you get accused of guilty right away. I mean, in the court of public opinion, a lot of people like to, especially if they're already hating on you, they like to, put you in that guilty category real early anyway. So it's just shady, man, for Shannon Sharp right now. I feel bad, man. I feel bad, but you never know if somebody did something like this. You don't expect it from a person, but you never know. So according to the suit, incidents allegedly occurred between 2024 and early 2025. I mean, it's still early 2025, so this shit just happened. And that's the little low-key scary part about it, man, because you see a lot of these, like, dudes, we see them, like 3 years ago, 20 years ago, like with Bill Cosby and all that stuff was, like, from a long time ago, right? It's like, why is she saying it now? But this is pretty swift. She said late 2024, early 2025. It's only May. I mean, it ain't even May yet. It's April. Following what she described as controlling and abusive relationship. We're using strong words. Relationship. And they couldn't have been together for too long. But a relationship is a relationship, right? Whether it's a friendship or not. But the lawsuit includes detailed claims of coercing. Guess that's getting somebody to do something, threats, and 2 separate alleged assaults in Nevada. Not a good look for the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp. Not cool if it ain't true either. Throw something out there like this at a person. We just hate to make a quick decision, and I like to stay even, man. I like to stay 50-50. But at the same time, we gotta admit that it don't sound good as how swift it is. And she said a whole lot. Now I seen a bigger story on it. Let's get to that. Hall of Fame, this is Yahoo Sports Hall of Fame tight end ESPN analyst Shannon Sharp accused of sexual assault, battery, and $50 million lawsuit. Hall of Fame tight end ESPN personality Shannon Sharp was accused of sexual assault and battery in a lawsuit Sunday. The woman filed a lawsuit as a Jane Doe, so she don't want nobody to know who she is. Shannon Sharp, 56, accused of sexual assaulting the women multiple times over a 2-year rocky consensual relationship. All right, so now it's saying accused of sexually assaulting the women multiple times over a 2-year rocky consensual relationship. Now, it's also saying she said in the other shit I read, it said late 2024 to occur between the incidents occurred between 2024 and 25. So I don't know what incidents they talking about, but they said they've been here for, they've been together for over 2 years. Over 2 years. So that might be like working with 3. Multiple times. Sexually assaulting her. Like, I don't know. That don't sound... I don't know. Maybe she don't mean the whole 3 years. Maybe she don't. The woman claims she met Sharp in Los Angeles gym 2023. She was 22 at the time. She claims Sharp made multiple advances before she decided to engage in a relationship. Sharp reportedly asked the woman to not sign a non-disclosure agreement before they met up, but dropped that when the woman pushed back on the request. So she said no, and he said, okay, fuck it. She already joined those, so we probably ain't going to get a chance to see her. She's going to have to show face at some point, but I like to see what she look like. 22, bruh, you got to leave that alone, man. Any old head like me up in here, you probably agree with me on that one. You gotta leave that head. You gotta leave that alone. 56. So hope this ain't true. It don't even sound true. You just never know what somebody will do though. And you can't front like you know these people. You really can't. But dang, where is this coming from? Now, he already had the sex tape, and the sex tape was fugazi because, he claimed that he didn't know and all that. Then later kind of said that I just forgot to hit the button. I thought the sex tape was kind of like, ooh, like, you know what I'm saying? He thought that was going to take him down. That didn't take him down. That could have been looked up as I thought, my conspiracy mind started running like, people drop sex tapes all the time to come up. They do it all the time. Get a little more pub. But, yeah, he ain't show no face on the video. You could hear him. You could tell it was him. I hope not, man, because they seem like some squared away dudes. I ain't gonna say they. I don't know why I'm packaging him in with Ocho, you know what I'm saying? But still, like, Shannon, man, we just ain't see this. We ain't see this coming. We ain't see this coming. I think we all look at like he's quick on his feet, know what to do, and it's like we just ain't see this coming, man. Yo, call into the show, man. 412-407-2744. I'm stuck for words on this one, man. I can't lie. I ain't see it coming, man. What's y'all opinion on it, man? Leave something in the comments. Tell me what you think about man, with the $50 million lawsuit. That's a lot of money. Make a motherfucker want to settle like, damn, you just keep my cheese. That's pleading guilty. And I don't think I guess it ain't no criminal charge. You know, usually the criminal charge, you know, they'll be saying what you facing and all that type shit. It said the woman is being represented by attorney Tony Busby, who also represented multiple women who accused Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson of sexual misconduct. Now, this dude, Tony Busby's like a messy motherfucker. Or they reached out to Tony Busby like, yeah, you the dude that did that shit for them. Do this for us too. That's a little shaky part of the story to me. Why is this motherfucker involved again? In another high profile, you know, athlete. He's involved again. So yeah, man. I mean, you know, I don't know if we'll be seeing Shannon. I don't know. I didn't watch ESPN today. Y'all tell me if y'all seen Shannon or not. Was he on there? But I don't know. It seemed like something on ESPN might take you off the, you know, TV for a while. Make an announcement or something like that. I might have missed it. I ain't catch it. I ain't gonna lie. I was doing a lot of work today. And I definitely seen this story pop up. And I just feel like, you know, let me spread my opinion out real quick, man, here on the underground. Because that's what we do, man. We talk our sports, we talk our shit. But dang, like I said, I'm stuck. I'm stuck on it now. But real quick, man, we'll get back to that, man. You know, what you think about Shannon Sharpe, hit me up. But up next, man, Nico. Nico finally went to UCLA. You know, it's kind of old news now, but for real, man, like, it's just one of these stories that's just over the fucking blown, man. Real shit. You know, he caught a lot of haters doing what he did. People don't like, you know, people being greedy, I guess you could say. He was going for the gusto, but if it was you, man, you'd be going for your money too. A lot of y'all people in that position will be going for the cheese too, man. You know what I'm saying? Once they involved the money in the NIL, you know what it was going to create. You knew what it was going to create. You know? You got greedy players. You're going to find greedy players. And you're going to find greedy parents for sure. We all know that. We all know that. So, you know, they went for the gusto, but it really what it looked like, man, once he went to UCLA, first thing I said was, looked like he wanted to go home. Everybody want to count his money and count his taxes and all that shit, but he knew what the fuck it was. The man's from California. He's from Long Beach. I believe that's the same high school Snoop Dogg went to. It's right there by NLA. He know what the fucking taxes is. They already know. So before y'all was trying to make a fool of him, like, oh, look at his taxes. He, ha ha, on Facebook and shit. You're going to lose this. He already knew that. Maybe he just wanted to be at the crib. Now, what was wild, though, about it is his brother was committed to go there. And now his brother is going to Arkansas. He decommitted from UCLA and going to Arkansas. I don't know why he won't want to play with his brother. What's that about? Maybe he want to play. And he know he might not get on the field with his brother. Maybe he want to start right now. Is he that nice? I ain't really heard of him. I think his name's Madden. It's a different name for sure. But now he's going to the SEC where his brother just came from. Make it make sense. Especially if they saying the parents dragged him over there. If the parents dragged him to UCLA, knowing that the other son was doing decommit and go to Arkansas, which I'm sure they knew, they still got to make that trip out to Arkansas to see the other son play. So now they logistics is still all fucked up. So was they really in on it? Was it really just Nico that just wanted to do this, just wanted out of Tennessee? Did he really just not like that offense? For what reason? I can't really understand why he wouldn't like the offense or, you know, just the position when he was in. But you never know what's happening behind doors. But something about this story we don't know. I'm telling you. Something's going to come out later, and we're going to be like, all right. Something's going to come out later. And it's probably going to be on the Nico's family side. They can say, you know, yeah, we just want to go home. Yeah, the coach was really a bum. You know what I mean? But, I mean, they made the college play. I don't think Tennessee's offense is trash. But they do run a little system. They, you know, if you don't like the system and you don't feel like it's working for you, maybe you just like, it just don't work for me. But they've been putting quarterbacks in the NFL. Hooker, he was the backup in Detroit, and Joe Milton, who just got traded to the Cowboys and looking really good. Hendon Hooker, that's his name. So, you know, I wonder what it was that Nico, like I said, there's a lot of this story that still need to come out. And that's what makes it an interesting story, because it makes it make it intriguing. And that's what made it so opinionated, is because you really don't even know what the deal was. They put the man's money out there, though. They'll tell you that, oh, he lost money. But they thought they was going to get big money, but hey, they still made it home. It was more than money. When you start to just try to money grab somebody, sometimes you just really don't want the fucking job. Like if I'm selling something and I don't want you to buy it, and I don't like you, and I just don't even want you to come up, I might still sell it to you, but I'm going to just double the price. Like, fuck it. I don't want to sell it to you. You say, no, I don't care. Take your ass on. I'm doubling the price. If you pay your dumb ass pay it, then I'm going to fucking take it. So maybe that's what Nico was doing. And the way he just dipped off, he could have just did one more year there, took their little $4 million, and then dipped off the next year. So might have been just trying to play him like that. Real shit. He might have just been trying to play him like that. So I don't know, man. Hey, it's just like I said, the back and forth with the parents, you know, with the kids, that's some weird shit. There ain't no way that story's over. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way that story's over. Yeah, man, we're going to get into some draft shit, too. We're on the underground, like I said, man. Hit me in the chat. Leave your pen and hit the like button, man. You like the show, hit the like button. It spreads me out, man. Spreads me out to the nation. So hit the like button. More people will see it in their YouTube and turn me up. You know what I mean? But, yeah. What I'm thinking, though, is what's up with this draft coming up, man? Draft Thursday, huh? What's tonight? Monday? Who's excited? I'm fucking excited. Because the Steelers, my squad, that way. My squad need answers. At important positions. You know what I'm saying? We need answers, so I got questions. My question of the day is, what position should be the Steelers' number one pick? One position should be the Steelers' number one pick. It ain't hard to tell that we slipping at quarterback. That Aaron Rodgers shit, it's over. In my opinion, it's over. I don't see Aaron Rodgers being on the Steelers. I don't see Aaron Rodgers being on no team this year if it ain't the Steelers. I give it 90% chance that Aaron Rodgers don't play for the Steelers. 10% chance he'll be there. But I think the Steelers are definitely going to draft a quarterback somewhere. But do we need a quarterback first? Should we be praying for Shedeur Sanders, the retired number 2? Should we be praying for him to drop to the Steelers? Is that our guy? Or should we be looking for Ole Miss Jackson Dart? But you know what Ole Miss stand for? Ole missing on quarterbacks. Because a lot of the quarterbacks that come out of Ole Miss, they be flopping. They be flopping in the league. Every year, quarterback throw for 4,000 yards, all different types of receivers, and you never hear of them again. I just seen Matt Carroll, who was there getting his beast on just like Jackson Dart is. And he in the UFL throwing interceptions for the Birmingham Stallions. Threw a couple touchdowns and shit too, but still. Carolina drafted him in like the 3rd round or something like that. He's already out of the league. But respect to Jackson Dart, they're looking at him as a 1st rounder. Maybe somebody's going to fall. Somebody's going to fall. Don't get it twisted though. Jackson Dart, a good quarterback. Good quarterback. There's a lot of good quarterbacks that make it to the NFL and don't add up. You got to put him on the right team. Because what you're going to be asking for your quarterback is to be the leader, right? You're going to be asking your quarterback to be the leader. So when you're looking at the Steelers roster, with Jaylen Warren in the backfield, possibly another running back after the draft, George Pickens on one side, DK Metcalf on the other side, Freiermuth in the slot, not the slot, but at the tight end, Roman Wilson in the slot. Who would you rather be leading those men right there? When you think about their personalities and everything, would you rather have Shedeur or Jackson Dart? Now, you don't, we pretty much know Shedeur more than Jackson Dart, probably. But off the top of your head, that's a question for you. Who you think will lead those men better? Now, you already got Mason Rudolph in Pittsburgh. If Shedeur Sanders coming in, does he even start over Mason Rudolph? He ain't getting his number, I know that. Won't be number 2. It's Mason Rudolph's number. Mason Rudolph take 11, come back with 11. Number was Mason Rudolph in college. I think he was number 3 in college. No, he's number 2. Yeah, he's number 2. That's his number. So you got a crucial conflict right there. But anyway, on some football shit, yeah, who you want to be the leader? Because it can't be all statistics. They both got similar statistics. I think Jackson Dart's a little more mobile. And they both see the field. So I don't know. It might be about leadership, man. It might be the type of guy that the Steelers want on their roster. Everybody claim, Shedeur's just want to be a stat guy and all that. He didn't call the plays. He didn't call the plays in Colorado. Coach called the plays. He executed them. If they had him passing every down, that's on them. That don't mean he's greedy. That don't mean he can't get into a system like the Steelers and settle that down and just focus on the passes that he needs to make, which he's good at making the passes already. He's 74%. So you minimize the attempts. With a passing game, he looks like he makes good decisions, man. It really does. But I'm sure Jackson Dart ain't too far off with his percentage, but it ain't 74. the script, if the Steelers don't pick, maybe the Steelers don't pick a quarterback. What if they're both gone? What if everybody they like gone? Dart, Shador could go to New Orleans. Dart could go to where he could go, Cleveland, New York, Vegas. I mean, it could happen. So what if they gone? Is there a running back you like? Genty ain't dropping. Genty ain't dropping. And speaking of that, hold up. Genty ain't dropping. But speaking of that, let's go back. Let me see. Let's go to the top 30 visits for the Steelers. Speaking of Steelers draft, I'm excited about the draft, man. I don't know about you, man. Call into the show. We live, man. Let me know what you feel about the draft. Who should be the Steelers' #1 pick? Hit the like button too, man. So, the Steelers brought the top 30 in, and the top 30 is every team get to bring 30 dudes in for a visit. You get your local visits, which don't include the 30 players. And here's the breakdown on the Steelers, all right? If you ain't paid attention, if you don't know, first up is the wide receivers. They bring 4 wide receivers in, all right? Jalen Noel at Iowa State, real good receiver. Savion Williams, beast mode. Telling you right now, from TCU, I see why they brought him in. Check the film, bro. Savion Williams, all over the place, man. I'm going to try to get in here with some film maybe before the draft and show y'all a couple players. I might just pick these, the people that the Steelers already took a deep look at. But they only brought in 4 wide receivers. Jalen Noel, Savion Williams, Jaden Higgins is from Iowa State also. So they got 2 of them dudes. I like Jaden Higgins, big dude. Remind me like Juju Smith Jr. All right? And Matthew Golden, the fastest dude in the combine. Probably be a first-round pick. So that tells you the Steelers, if you took the effort to bring him in town, that maybe if he dropped to you in the first round and the other players you was checking for is gone, you think about Matthew Golden. Or if he just maybe dropped to the second round and maybe you had a second-round pick through something, you think about Matthew Golden. But he should be a high pick. But seeing that you brought him in town, you're thinking about it. All right, next up, defensive lineman. Now, this is a position everybody's saying the Steelers need to focus on, right? I think at all the positions that, are available, I think I've heard the most that the Steelers need to get a defensive tackle because of the run game issues we had. I disagree, but I am not hating on an idea at all. Okay? I just think the Steelers just got to, that's for another conversation. I mean, another conversation, another day. What happened in the playoffs and that, Baltimore game and all that stuff like that. But I ain't going to blame it all on the defensive lineman. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. All right? But they brought in 7 defensive linemen. Now, there's only 30 players. So that's damn near a third of defensive linemen. So you got J.J. Pegasus from Ole Miss. Yaya, that's how it looked like. That's how you say it. Y-A-H-Y-A. Yaya Black. It's a deep name. I like that name. From Iowa. Always like Iowa players. Joshua Former, Florida State. I kind of down with him. Elijah Roberts, SMU. I ain't down with him. I ain't going to front. Jamiri Caldwell, Oregon. I'm down with him. Derek Harmon, Oregon. Definitely down with him. He's highly rated. Supposed to be a first-round pick. Early second. And another SMU dude, Jared Harrison Hunte. Now, that's 2 from SMU, so they like these dudes a lot. 2 from Oregon. And, 1 SEC dude, Iowa. And, that's 7 guys. So, these dudes, some of these dudes is early first rounders. Derek Harmon. I don't see the 2 Michigan dudes. So maybe they think they're both going to be gone and ain't worth bringing them in. I know they're checking them out. If they fall, they probably snatch one, but they're thinking them dudes will probably be gone. So let's interview some dudes that's maybe going to be there. And if everybody's been talking, Derek Harmon could be there. So they might be their choice right there in the first round. But a lot of these other dudes is telling you they're going to pick. They got 7 dudes out of 30 on this list. Defensive linemen. They're picking one somewhere. Are they going to get lucky and get the guy they want early? Or are they going to get somebody late? All right, 4 quarterbacks. Shedeur Sanders, Tyler Shock from Louisville, Jackson Dart from Ole Miss, and Cal McCord from Syracuse. Now, what this here shows me is they pick the dudes that, you know, another one that shows me like they're thinking first round a lot here. All right? They're thinking first round a lot here because you got 2, you know, first round prospects that you brought in, Shedeur Sanders and Jackson Dart, and we don't have a second round pick. Maybe Tyler Shock drops to the 3rd round, and that's what they're thinking about him, because I know they're not thinking about picking him first. And Cal McCord, they're probably definitely thinking he's dropping to the 3rd, maybe 4th round, and they can scoop him up. Cal McCord led the NCAA, I believe, in passing yards. Let me check that out. Let me make sure I'm right. I'd love to see that name on the back of the jersey for sure. Cal McCord, stats. There we go. But yeah, only 4 quarterbacks. The guy that ain't on this list that I like a lot, Riley Leonard. I'll be watching out for him. Yeah, Syracuse, damn. Almost 5,000 yards. 4,779 yards. Yeah. Ratings 148. 34 touchdowns, 12 picks. So he's a little bit of a gunslinger, 12 picks. That ain't too bad, though. I mean, the stats is kind of low-key better than Shedeur's, man, without a couple touchdowns and 2 more picks, though. Completion percentage 66, though. I'm sure, you know, he's averaging 8.1 an attempt. Cal McCord. I see why people are interested in Cal McCord. I guarantee you Cal McCord got a lot of interest from teams. He probably made a lot of visits. All right, running backs up next. DJ Giddens from Kansas State, real good running back, man. Y'all got to see DJ Giddens' style. Go YouTube Giddens from Kansas State. He puts in work. There's a lot of good running backs. Now, we got 8. We had defensive linemen had 7. Now, they got 8 running backs they brought to town. Now, is this because they trying to probe and make sure what they really like? Or is they like definitely interested? They got to be interested in a running back somewhere. We short. We need a running back. We need a bruiser. Jaylen Warren's hard, but we never seen him start, and we know he get hurt. So maybe they looking for a new, you know, Najee Harris style type of back. Why not? Why not? Or do you match speed for speed? You get another speed back. Like the next dude, Dylan Sampson, Tennessee. I really like him. Steelers are interested. So you can't say that they're not interested in Lightning. Or maybe they're interested in 2 running backs. They got Gainwell, but yeah, he ain't got no big contract. He can get cut. They find somebody better. What if they got 2? Because 8 running backs bringing in, that's a lot. Now you got Tootin from Virginia Tech, Ollie Gordon, which I like, big bruiser dude, Oklahoma State. Jaden Blue, Texas. He's more of a, you know, not a receiving back, but he got receiving skills. Caleb Johnson. He wants to remind me of like Najee Harris with more vision. I love my Iowa running backs, matter of fact. I love all my Big Ten running backs. They put in work. Caleb Johnson's going to go early. earlier than people recognize his name for sure. He'd probably get out of it'd probably be second round. But like I said, once again, the Steelers don't have a second round pick. So they got to be thinking like maybe we going to trade somebody and get our second round pick, or we might pick this dude first. Because he gets busy, bruh. He got yards. He gets busy. Hold up. Let me check and get my boy's stats up here. Let me get my man's stats up here. Caleb Johnson. On 240 carries, which ain't really crazy. 1,537 yards. And I believe he lead the nation in touchdowns with 21. 21, that's some LaDainian Tomlinson type shit. Boy's nice. He's a good goal line back. And he got good vision, man. And that's what we need. Because we had Najee Harris with the vision was off. His vision was definitely off. We all know that. That was the knock on Najee Harris. There was a lot of good things you could say about Najee Harris, but damn. That boy would get hurt. Not hurt, but that boy couldn't see. He never got hurt. He never got hurt. He ran hard enough. He gave the effort was there. He might ain't make the move you wanted him to make. He try to hurdle instead of running motherfucker over. Try to sidestep instead of, you know what I mean, running the motherfucker. You like, come on, man. He had no speed burst. So Najee had to go. And the Steelers knew it. But, you know, Mike Tomlin love his running backs. He love his running backs that he can get a ball to. A lot. So Mario Hampton's next on this list. First rounders brought him in town. Now he fall, they scooping him. I guarantee you. I don't think there's no way he's sitting there. But if he fall, they're getting him Mario Hampton. And we will make this team way better. I was saying I love my Iowa players. I love my North Carolina running backs, dog. They get busy. They get busy. Check their resume in North Carolina. They be pushing them out. Mario Hampton strong and fast. Last but not least, R.J. Harvey. Smaller, quicker dude out of UCF. They brought him in. All right, two cornerbacks. Trey Amos from Ole Miss and Isaiah Thomas from Florida State. So interested in them two dudes. Probably some maybe later round picks. One safety, Nick Imamwari. Now this makes me also think the only safety he brought in, and the Steelers don't really need a safety, but if this dude's there, they picking him. He ain't gonna be there. But the way the cookie crumbles, you just never know. You never know. But if you ain't checked out Nick yet from South Carolina, he's a bad boy. He's a bad boy. He got range. He hit hard. He's big. Can tackle, like, you know, short tackle, like a linebacker. He's just one of those utility weapons. I think the Steelers need that. We need more players like that. You see what Baltimore got. I heard Baltimore was plotting on him. But what's his name? Didn't he go to Alabama? What's his name? Number 14 for Baltimore. Anyway, no, I think he's from Notre Dame. But yeah, you know, he might be one of them Legendary type safeties. That's how he look. For real. Right, and at the edge rusher, Shamar Stewart, they must be thinking, outside linebacker for Shamar Stewart, Texas A&M. He don't really got a lot of stats, but everybody love his quickness, and so I think he's going to drop in the draft. So I think that's why the Steelers kind of brought him in, because they might be a little biased because he ain't got big stats. All right, but the local visits, they brought another West Virginia lineman. They loved him, Wyatt Millam. I don't know who that is. I don't know who he is. Let's check on Wyatt, man. They ain't even trying to show his position. He's a senior, freshman year. He's a tackle. Okay. They thinking tackle. That's what all I wanted to know. Tight end, they brought Bartholomew in from Pitt. Good tight end. I can see him playing for the Steelers. I can see him taking Washington's spot because they just don't use Washington, right? For whatever reason, maybe it's behind the scenes. We don't know. Everybody keeps screaming, we give Washington the ball, and he just won't get a man the ball. I don't know. I can't call it. But yeah, man, that's the 30. Like I said, the quarterback, the running backs and the defensive linemen pretty much suck up the 30. 8 and 7, that's stamped and approved. They wouldn't waste that much time on all them players if they wasn't going to do that. So that's an important position to them. That's a position of need. They're telling you that. So don't be surprised if the number one pick is a running back too. Especially if the quarterbacks don't fall in their lap. They're willing to go with Mason. They already said it. I showed you on the show already. They already said it. They're down with Mason. I really hope Savion Williams falls to us or Jaden Higgins at wide receiver. Go peep them two out. Yeah, you'll see why. You'll see what I'm talking about. For sure. But we might need that number 2 pick, man. You trading George Pickens still? Still ain't you changed your mind yet? Going the other way? You heard the trade rumor, right? Trade rumor with the Cowboys that, George Pickens, it's only a rumor, still got a chance to get up out of Pittsburgh now. And it got a lot to do with this draft coming up on Thursday. The Dallas Cowboys have the 12th pick in the draft and have not found a reliable receiver to pair with CeeDee Lamb. They could make a trade for one. This trade that would prey on the Pittsburgh Steelers need a new quarterback. Cowboys received 21st first overall pick and George Pickens. And the Steelers move up to 12. And that's it. You don't get no second round pick, though. I don't know if I'm doing that. So, Holyfield suggests that the Steelers will use the 12th pick on Jackson Dart. Meanwhile, the Cowboys will still have a pick in the first round and address their needs at wide receiver. Pickens is going to be a free agent at the end of the season, which is a good point because definitely need to get something for him if you ain't going to sign him, right? Is it moving up for a quarterback? I don't think the Steelers is that desperate. I don't think the Steelers going to make that move. We just seen Najee Harris get used up, right? And we said it from the very beginning. It looked like Najee's playing for his, playing for money. Well, opportunity for another team. He got to prove. And do the same thing to George Pickens. I got disconnected. Look like I'm back online, though. Yeah, we back up. All right. So, yeah, I'm not taking the 12th overall pick and not getting a second round pick with George Pickens too. Ain't no motherfucking way. There's gotta be a fucking rumor. I mean, it could be a proposal. But I mean, it reads as, Cowboys Steelers trade pitch lands new QB in Pittsburgh in exchange of $94 million payer. Playmaker. $4 million payer. Playmaker. He's supposed to make $94 million next year? You think that's what he's going to be getting paid? I don't know. Nah, I'll probably keep George for that. And land up with the quarterback. I mean, he already got rhythm and, cohesion with Mason Rudolph. Let him rock with that. You got Metcalf. Nah. I'm not trading George unless I'm getting a bundle for him. But the only thing wrong with that is, if you don't sign him, you let a player like George Pickens right out the door. Now, it ain't going to feel as good as when Najee got out the door because you feel confident that Najee, he ain't that guy. But George get his act together, man. You can't deny the man's talent. You cannot. And that's the motherfucking hard part. Cannot deny how talented George Pickens is. And if you let him go for nothing, you can be sick about it. And that's what the trade talk's all about. But it got to be the right offer. That weak-ass offer, nah. We're not doing that shit. Just to trade up to 12 to get a quarterback we might have got anyway. We trading up to 12 for. If you get past New Orleans, y'all don't even need a quarterback. This is a stupid-ass rumor. Nah. All right, man. Travis Hunter says that he will quit playing football. He actually said, I'll never play football again if he can't play both ways. The fuck is that about? Now, we know we don't believe Travis Hunter, do we? Ain't no way. So ain't gonna play football no more. But what he's trying to say is, man, look, don't fucking pick me unless you plan on playing me both ways. Right? That's what you need to get out of me. That's what I'm going to be the most happy doing. But there's a couple people, brothers, two brothers. Now, Jim, John, okay, John's the Ravens coach. Jim is the Chargers coach. About 3 weeks ago, the Chargers coach said, hey, I don't think he could do it. It's too much work into it. Now his brother then came out and said, Harbaugh saying that, there's no way that a guy could play both ways. There's no way he could study that much. There's no way he could be in tune that much to play both ways on both sides of the ball. There's no way, there's not enough time in the day, basically, they were saying, that he can pull that off. The knowledge he needs to know, telling the man that he's not capable of. When he just did it in college. With offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators that coached in the pros. I mean, you ain't gonna, just because I go to college don't mean I'm gonna change my philosophy. My philosophy comes with me. I might be able to push my philosophy in a certain direction if I want to. I can be pass heavy, I can be run heavy, whatever I want to do. I might have more than one philosophy, but still, as a coach, pro coach, you have pro coaches over there too. They can't figure it out. You saying it like it's easy in college. Did you miss what they said about Travis Hunter when they retired his jersey? The boy made all academic team. He was the academic player of the year. That shit usually go to linemen, bruh. He was that. He ain't just win the Heisman. He was the academic player of the year. Come on, bruh. Some people just quicker than other people. We already know that. Some people be in denial, though. They feel like that they can't do it, then somebody else can't do it. You should never strip somebody of what they want to do. If the man feel like he could do it, he got his coach where he just came from saying he could do it. Dion said there's more time for rest in an NFL game than there is in a college game. And of course you don't drag his ass through the mud. You be a stupid coach to drag him through the mud neither. But that don't mean you can't play both sides of the ball. Why do I need to know everything? I just need to know what I need to. Whatever side you put him on the ball, I just need to know what to do when I'm in the game, man. Don't try to make the shit all fucking complicated. Like he's playing quarterback and shit. When you come into the league, you good out wide receiver, you supposed to play. If you're a number one draft pick at DB, you supposed to fucking play. So why the fuck he can't play on both sides of the ball? Now tell me he's going to get hurt? Of course. If you on the field 100% more time than another motherfucker, yeah, you got a chance of getting hurt. But I just think you got a weapon like that and he's sitting on the sideline and you know he's trained to do that shit. Yeah, everybody come from two positions. We all played two positions in high school and all that. You know what I mean? And then you go to college and they put you out one position. So you lose your craft. If you don't use it, you lose it. But he's still been doing his craft the whole time. And there's no reason he won the Heisman off of that. Ashton Jeanty almost broke Barry Sanders' record, and they still didn't give it to his ass. Because they seen with playing both sides of the ball, how ridiculous that shit is. So basically I think it's cap from the Chargers and the Ravens coaches. Because it's like, with your brothers, like, you already know you can't pick him anyway. You don't need him anyway. One got Lamar, one got, Herbert. But yeah, I just think it's cap. I just think it's like, yo, shut the fuck up. Because, like, nobody asked you. Nobody asked you to butt into this shit. You trying to convince some other coaches not to let me do it? You don't even got a chance to pick me. If you was the Giants, you'd be dickheads not to do it. You fucking losers. If you was Cleveland, you'd be dickheads not to do it. If you was the Titans, who should be picking Travis Hunter, you'd be a dickhead not to put this motherfucker on both sides of the ball. Real shit. Make it make sense. Fuck is they talking about? So no. Hardballs, you get no love for hating on motherfucking. You get no love for hating on Travis Hunter. Like he ain't smart enough. He's the all-academic player of the year. He's smart enough. He's a football nerd. All he got is a football, a truck, and a girlfriend, maybe. I don't even know if he got the same chick no more. Don't matter, but hey, he need a little cut every now and then. He fucking deserve it. Whoever his girl is. But yeah, if he did it in college, he could do it again. He don't got all them pro coaches coaching. Who do you think is going to be coaching him here? It's going to be that much more complicated? At receiver? At DB? Yeah, like, you know, he got to play quarterback and then go play linebacker. Fuck. Nah. But that shit was weird to me right there. I definitely thought that shit was weird. Harbaugh's butting in, hating, and they can't even pick the motherfucker. What type of shit is that? But yeah, man, hit the like button. Call into the show. It's your boy Filthy Rich, man, the host of the motherfucking Underground, man. Underground Sports Show. It is what it is, baby. The Underground. All right, man, real quick before we get out of here, man. We got two people on the move. Two people on the move. Mark Andrews and Jalen Ramsey. Now, the one that caught me slipping, for real, is the Mark Andrews. I'm like, he probably got some money coming up. They got another good tight end and the young boy. Or they just, you know, shed lightly so they can spend some money on some other places where they need to. Mark Andrews is up for trade bait. And we gonna see. I know the owner was saying, the GM was saying, you know, I hate to speculate on what we're going to do, but they got him on a trade block. Mark Andrews? No, he could go somewhere and help somebody. He's going to be instant help somebody. Whoever gets him is going to be a plus for their team. So Mark Andrews on the move. Jalen Ramsey, I don't know if I feel the same way about Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey seemed to be on the decline to me. He's making a little bit of too much money, and that's why Miami trying to get rid of him. But I feel like Jalen Ramsey's going to be right there in Miami. I don't think nobody's going to trade for Jalen Ramsey. If they do, go ahead, bro. I bet you it won't be one of the better organizations in the league. And it might be a trade that happened, like, if it do happen, it might be a little later, after the draft, after, you know, training camp somewhere, something like, I don't think nobody's going to rush to do that. They still think the same about Jalen Ramsey. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. But I just don't feel like he got the same buzz as he used to. How old is Jalen Ramsey? Jalen Ramsey. Come on, man. Here we go. 30 years old. That's that number. That's that number where they start fucking with you. And he had his great time in the league. I don't know if we're looking at Jalen Ramsey as like no shoe-in Hall of Famer right now, is we? Everybody would say he was so good, he was such a, you know, stud or whatever. Just not my cup of tea. I ain't saying he wasn't good at all, but, you know, I don't think people screaming Hall of Fame, man. Y'all tell me if I'm tripping or not. Y'all tell me. Leave in the comments, let me know. But yeah, man, good show. Next time, call into the show, man, 412-4072-744. Hit me up. Give me your opinion. Leave something in the comments. If you're catching this in the morning, man, leave something in the comments. It is what it is, man. You know what it is. It's Filthy Rich, and it's the show, the Underground Sports Show, baby. Ow. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the channel, turn me up. You know what it is. Yeah, it's the underground.
Yeah, it's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground. It's the underground. Yeah, it's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. Move the sticks. First down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip a coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the bars, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. Now everything they told us was a lie. They told you where you from, now that's a lie. We used to be some monkeys, that's a lie. Cause everything they told us was a lie. Yeah. Now everything they told us was a lie. They told us where we from, now that's a lie. We used to be some monkeys, that's a lie. Cause everything they told us was a lie. Yeah, wake up, it's about time. I put this knowledge in the motherfucking rhyme. Yeah, it's Ill City to the end. G for L where I began. Yeah, now I'm tired of the lies. Come on, open up your eyes. Filthy Rich, that's my name. I'm about to put you on game. Them wasn't no planes. Yeah, up in smoke, Mary Jane. Yeah, now we getting mad high. Time to look up in the sky. Yeah, Now you tell me you don't see that. Where the fuck is your brain at? I'm in love with the cocoa. Try to give me that shot, that's a no-no. Yeah, man, I told you from the start. Yeah, I wasn't taking no pause. Yeah, now it's the Armageddon. You better get you a weapon, cause everything they told us was a lie. They told you where you from, now that's a lie. We used to be some monkeys, that's a lie. Cause everything they told us was a lie. Yeah. Now everything they told us was a lie. They told you where you from, now that's a lie. We used to be some monkeys, that's a lie. Cause everything they told us was a lie. Now they went to the moon. You must be high on some shrooms. And they say they were some pilgrims, but they came for our children. Yeah, we about to ride in the streets, cause my family gotta eat. They say it's Thanksgiving, but look at all the land that they taking. You ain't spending on the earth, boy. All you spending is your work, boy. Cause all they do is lie, man. What the fuck is going on, man? Cause everything they told us was a lie. They told you where you're from, now that's a lie. We used to be some monkeys, that's a lie.